Hi friends, it's Sarah with rufflesandrainboots.com, and today I am making a Dollar Tree crystal ball. You can either make it a vase or you can make it a traditional ball with lace. If you would like to make this with me, just stick around. As always, please smash that like button so I know you're here crafting with me. Now, we'll take about 20 to 25 minutes to make this on hands-on time, and our secret ingredient is the looking glass silver spray paint. You need a Dollar Tree candlestick, a globe, and if you're making a crystal ball, I recommend taking a piece of lace, dyeing it black or purple to drape over the top. And you're also going to need a battery-operated tea light. All right, so our first step is to spray a very small amount of our looking glass spray paint inside the globe. And then I'm just going to swish it around on the inside a little bit and then lay it upside down to dry. So I'm going to bring this back into the studio and wipe the outside. So I had a lot of fingerprints, even some, covered in spray paint. And then I also had a couple little things that just gunky stuck to it right here along the top edge. But before I get rid of this cloth, I'm going to go the inside. So there are some drips and imperfections, but we need to make little windows. Make sure it's like something like mercury glass to have those little peekaboos. All right, so then I used a little Windex on the outside and I'm ready to go for our next step. Cleaning up the bottom because I want to make sure I have a secure grip here. I'm using E6000. You can also add a little hot glue so that it sets quicker, but I don't recommend using hot glue in glass, but E6000 works perfectly. So once that is set, we're going to grab our inside colors, and I'm going to use alcohol inks, and you can use paint. Just make sure it's sort of a translucent color or maybe just the lighter colors. All right, you can also maybe try liquid watercolors, which is not watercolor made with water. It's liquid watercolor paint. But I'm going to use the alcohol ink because I have them on hand. I put a little inside, swished it around, added a little more so I could get the other side that I missed completely because I was listening to an Audible book. And sometimes when I'm crafting and listening to an Audible book, I like to kind of go a little bit zonky, which is not a word, but it should be. Okay, so after I coat the parts I want with blue, you can see it all in there. It's not all the way coated, and that's okay. I'm going to take my heat gun and not hold on to the glass because guess what? That gets hot, kittens. So I'm going to use the candlestick, heat that all up, dry it, set it, and then wait until it cools before I add my next color. I added pink next, and then as you can imagine, because color theory tells us, it's going to turn purple. So you can kind of see, but look what it's doing on the inside. Do you see this? It's so cool. I mean, the inside doesn't look great, let's just be honest, but the outside is amazing. All right, so you can see it here. I'm going to do the exact same thing. Once I have a little bit of coverage, I'm going to place it on the table and get my hot glue. No, what do you call it? Heat gun. And then I'm going to finalize it with a little bit of purple. I had a little bit of blue poking through and I wanted it a little bit more of those jewel tones. So again, do this last little bit, and now if you want to make it a crystal ball, add your tea light and your colored lace on top and put it over in your display. So the light and the lace, and you're done. However, if you'd like to be a little bit extra, like me, go to the Dollar Tree and get jewel tone flowers. It doesn't matter what they look like. If they have black ones, get those, whatever floats your fancy, and always shop your stash if you have that. So I'm going to use a little bit of floral wire here to grab all of these pieces together. So I have, I think it's 4 flowers or 2 groups of 2. I can't remember, but you can see here I'm just running the floral wire through the bottoms and through like the little holes in the stems so that I can make sure to make one big little bundle of flowers. So I'm going to have a moment here when I realize, wait, no, it should be opposite colors next to each other. There we go, Sarah. Really? Sleep deprivation plus crafting. All right, so basically I'm just gonna wrap these up, making sure that they all move as one bundle because I wanted to use this again next year, and maybe I wanna make it a crystal ball, right? So I don't necessarily want to affix these flowers to the vase. So I ended up finding these cool purple, really dark purple berries as well, so I'm gonna use those in a minute. But this, oh, I love this. These are Dollar Tree skeleton hands, and because they're just kind of inexpensive, you can heat them up with your with your heat gun, and you can bend them. So I wanted like little hands climbing out of the ball, and so all I did was heated up the ends and then squished it on the table until it was cool enough for me to use my fingers on its fingers. And then that's all I did. I just bent each of these down, and they're not perfect, they're not exact, but hey, they're cute. So I just repeated that with the second one, and when that was done, I hot glued both of the hands on first in just a couple small points. Again, like I said, I want to be able to use this again. So I'm just going to pop those in place, and then I'm going to add the berries. Now I did secure the berries on the bottom underneath of all the flowers with hot glue. And I ended up using all 3 of these sprigs just to bring a little bit. There you go. You can see I'm drying it now. And once it's all dry and not moving, I'm done. Do you see the really deep color inside this ball? Oh, it's so cool with the little light and these jewel tone colors. It's perfect for Halloween. But that's me and my opinion. What do you think of this quick craft? Let me know down in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe.